Hello, YouTube. Hello, fellow Eternal Life fans. I want to talk about Frank Tufano. If you watch nutrition videos on YouTube and health-related videos, you might have stumbled across a Frank Tufano video. He's a popular YouTuber in the carnivore community, so promotes the carnivore diet. Lots of meat, lots of red meat, and organ meats, and everything like that. I was in a Frank Tufano live stream, and I had an opportunity to ask him some questions. And I asked him about living forever. I asked him if he wants to live forever, and if he thought it was possible to live forever. Here's that portion of the live stream I'll just show you right now.
Do you think living forever is possible? Would you want to? I mean, I'm sure some people do, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, part of you wants to believe that nature runs its course, and people aren't meant to be around forever. Frank, why aren't I trying to live forever? I don't really give a shit, man. However long I'm here, I don't really care.
You might want to think twice about listening to a health guru who doesn't even care about how long they live. He said he doesn't give a shit about when he dies. What is the point of his life if he thinks he's going to die and cease to exist? What's the point of it all? What's the point of even helping other vegans if they're eventually going to die of aging? If Frank Tufano's going to die of aging and all these vegans are going to die from aging, what does it matter if you're a vegan or you're a carnivore? What's the point of any of it? If the end goal here is death in his mind, if that's the inevitable fate that he's going to come into, and he doesn't really care if he lives forever, and if he doesn't care when he dies, I don't know, the whole life, everything seems meaningless. So I guess I just wonder, why isn't he trying to live forever? It's an important question that everyone should be thinking about. Living forever is the most important goal. And, if you're Frank Tufano, if you're any YouTuber, we should all be trying to cure aging. Cure aging and live forever. I eat fish, I eat some sardines in my diet. I eat krill oil as a supplement to help my brain, nourish my brain with those essential long-chain fatty acids from those fish oils, marine oils, krill.
There's pineapple shrimp, lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich. That's about it.
But I think Frank Tufano, this carnivore diet is too much focused on animal protein. I don't think that's good for longevity, but in Frank Tufano's mind, longevity really isn't the goal of his. He doesn't care when he dies or if he dies at all. So another thing is that he eats brain. That's not smart.
All right, guys, here we have the fried beef brain. Nice brown crust. Inside's a little raw, but we were eating it raw anyway.
It's not smart to eat brain because you could get a prion disease, mad cow disease, and even according to Frank Tufano himself, he addressed the mad cow disease, and he even admitted that he is potentially exposing himself to mad cow disease from eating brain, and even just eating meat itself, just the tissue of cow, even a steak or whatever, could get you mad cow disease. Because some of these strains of mad cow disease, the prions, even get into the meat tissue. Okay, not just the spinal cord tissue and the brain tissue, but even just the muscle meat of the cow.
There was an outbreak of mad cow disease in the UK. I don't remember the specific year, but I think it was like 15, 20 years ago, maybe a bit sooner than that. And that was because they were feeding cow parts to the cows, and the cows developed the prion disease, and then that prion disease was in not only the brain tissue of the cow, but it was in every tissue in the cow. More concentrated in the brain and spinal cord and organ meats, but it's still in the muscle meat. So those people that got mad cow disease and died in the UK might have gotten it from a ribeye steak, although if they ate brain tissue, like that's, I'm assuming, a much higher chance to get it, like exponentially much higher chance to get it. But when an animal has mad cow disease, or any derivatives of those diseases, they're called different things in other animals. It's in all tissues of the body. It's not just in the brain tissue. So
I wouldn't even eat cow beef at all. I don't eat the organ meats of cow. I don't want to expose myself to that risk. And for anyone trying to live forever, don't eat the cow. Don't do it. But if you're Frank Tufano and you don't care about living forever, in his world, I guess it's not such a big problem eating brains and risking getting mad cow disease, because it's not about longevity in Frank Tufano's book.
however long I'm here, I don't really care.
Definitely not into being a vegan, so yes, Frank Tufano's right about that. The vegans are very problematic, very stupid. Stupid to be a vegan, because you are going to run into deficiencies, so stick with fish. Stick with a small fish like a sardine. Stick with some krill oil, and I think that's dairy. You know, you could drink some raw milk if you want to get those. I'm a fan of raw milk myself. I appreciate some of the things that Frank Tufano's doing. Okay? He is helping the vegans turn away from that stupid diet, but at the same time, what's the point of it all if everyone's going to die anyways, and he's not really striving for eternal life, which is the most important goal. So, anyways, that's about it. That's my thoughts on Frank Tufano. Goodbye, and may you live forever.
Mama always said dying was a part of life. I sure wish it wasn't.